Truth never dies when the world is calling you. Can you hear it rising through the lies? Truth never dies. It becomes a part of you. Every time you fight for what is real, relentless you survive. They never lose hope when the shadows grow long and the deceit runs strong. Truth never dies when the world is calling you. Can you hear it screaming out your name? Truth never dies. It becomes a part of you. Every time you bleed for speaking greatness, relentless you survive. When the world is calling out your name, begging you to fold, pick yourself up once more. Pick yourself up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what turn of events that we have that unfolded. We're going to speak about this here on the Moment of Truth. Boy, it seems that, your haters, they do anything they can to frame you. But the cold hard reality of this is one little thing. One little thing that I'm going to say here on the Moment of Truth. It's kind of funny how you got people that literally tried to frame you, literally tried to put you in the dirt, literally tried to make a fake account about you and tried to destroy your reputation in call. Not only in call, but in the EFED community, after building the name up for years as CJ Mondo, after building my name up and putting my name out there and making sure that everything was in together. But now the landscape has changed, because here on the podcast, I'm going to invite DJ Chaotic for this.
What up, ladies and gentlemen?
As well, here on the Moment of Truth, if Sean is watching, because I know he's commenting in the chat, if he's got the link, just send me the...
Yeah, it was in the same chat you sent me.
So I'm waiting until he makes his account so I can verify that this account's him. But we got proof on who the pedophile really is.
Oh boy.
And for once in your lifetime, when I was enjoying my birthday today, I was eating some good cake, I was joining with family, I was living that positive vibe. In other words, in the terminology of Chris Jericho, you can bet I was drinking it all in, man. But the fact of the matter is this. Truth comes to shove,
What's done in the dark is brought to light.
What's done in the dark is brought to the light. And here's the man that had to know the truth.
And funny thing is, eventually everything was going to come to the forefront, and boy, did it come to the forefront.
Now, here's the time that we're going to expose the real narrative. Welcome to the podcast. Red Wolf, which is AKA Sean. Everybody knows him in the PvP and also the COD community.
What's up?
Now we're going to get on the topic here on this podcast of, you know, what you've shown me. And I'm going to pull this screenshot up. I hope everyone can understand this. Here's the main source and the pedo that tried to frame me for years, you know, for months. Tried to frame me, but look how funny karma came back and got her.
My. How the
Bingo.
tables have mighty turned.
In other words, I would say that as what they'd say on a meme. You got caught in 4K, my good sir, or my good ma'am. 35 years old or 31 years old, somewhere around that area, and you're still talking to 15-year-olds? You got no problem.
Wow.
Hello.
Wow.
Pedophile.
In other words, we got pedophile in aisle 13 or aisle 15. Let's just say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a certified pedo in the building, and she's right in front of our very eyes with the screenshot. Lying before our very eyes.
Now
portraying herself to be in the EFED community.
Now we finally catch her right in the act. It's
so, ladies and gentlemen, if you have this individual in your EFED under the name Jade Way, remove expeditiously.
She's fake.
I mean, I'm gonna let Sean have the floor because Sean was in the chat and he noticed a lot of things has happened, a lot of drama. So, Sean, would you clarify with us here on the Moment of Truth what that was all about and expose the real narrative behind the scenes on this individual?
This is what happened, man. There was talk about you're a pedo. And keep on saying you're a pedo. They showed me a picture, the screenshot of you seeing your little dicky dick on here. And I thought it was a little kid, and then I said, huh? And then they found out it was a grown-ass woman. Try to frame people.
Wow.
Try to frame people. And she hallucinating people and say she a 15-year-old person and she got to get people arrested quicker. Y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Mm-hmm. That's why I came to CJ. I said, my bad. And he gave me a question mark. What did you say sorry for? And that's what I told you.
So now, since we found out the truth about this person, she's the same person that, you know, tried to frame me for sending a dick pic to a underage minor, which, by the way, I don't do that stuff because I know the legal trouble you can get into, especially if it goes to the law enforcement, get exposed. And I hope YouTube sees this, and I hope they go to Facebook and Facebook finds wherever you're at and slams you behind jail and gets you some real help, because 35 years old, 31 years old, you know, that age category, you need to be dating, you know, people that's in their 30s to 40s, not somebody that's 15. That is right there.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I call a sicko. And you need help.
Get you and at the same time, you lied to EFED on there saying that you was over 18. You lied to me with 22 years old. Missed me with that one. I knew you was bluffing. Then you said you're 30 to Sean.
No, she ain't told me that. She ain't told me no. She asked she was 15 still.
Oh, she said she was 15 to you. Bluff, call your bluff right there. And then looking at your actual picture in your profile shows that you're probably around the 35 to 38-year-old range, if I'm not mistaken. Let's be honest here. Because you sat there and you portrayed yourself to be this individual of Jade Way, when most of your pictures on your AI on their J-Way account has been AI chat GPT based pictures.
Yeah,
Where's the real
no.
picture at when you need them?
You see my field, like she said, you saw mine. Shit, my shit is real.
Yep. And the thing is, going back on this thing, let me read the screenshot here. We're gonna zoom in for this screenshot, and this
Okay, see.
screenshot literally has, and it says right on the screenshot. We're gonna read this screenshot, and it says, Annie Bonnie is a pedo, has been talking to kids. She is 35, pretending to be 15. She changes her voice when she talks to kids and asks for pictures. She's dirty, wrong, and should be in prison. In other words, somebody have already exposed you for what you did. You're 35 years old, and you're literally going after a 15-year. I mean, God, what kind of sick people we have in the world.
And the crazy thing about it is, if you have this individual in your chats right now, she is basically eyeing everything under the sun, underage. Proceed to get rid of her immediately. I would be spreading this video out there expeditiously once this is over with, so that every eFed owner will realize that this woman is a fraud.
You
She's
know,
not from the UK part either.
so wow, she lied about her location.
That's the cardinal no.
They'll find your black ass.
Like, the manhunt could be on for you, little lady, because right now you are in dangerous
Eat
territory, and you are in our eFed scene, going after underage, being a pedophile, going after underage children. Owners should be more mindful of who the fuck they invite in.
And see, that's a big mistake. Say your real name was.
Huge red flag. Oh, you thought that your name was actually going to be Jade Wade, but really, we know that is a fake name for your call name. But we didn't know who the person was behind the scenes, and we damn sure didn't know that you was a damn pedophile.
That's some diabolical shit.
That's some sinister shit right there.
That shows me a lot, you know, looking about this screenshot evidence here. That shows me a lot that if you guys have this person in your Fed, not only are you allowing this, but there is a term in the law books, which is law terminology. It is guilty by association, meaning that just because that you ain't doing it and you allowing this, you're still doing it. So you need to.
I think. Listen, can I say something? The other person, I forgot the other. Her, J.E., I think that's her too. I think that all the pages is her. She's talking.
So
all
let
the
me
pages.
guess. If that's Jade Wade, then let me ask you this: could she be portraying behind the scenes of Holly Jane Quinn?
Yes, I think so.
Then we got. So now it all adds up.
So now, since we got everything in the pieces here, what I was saying about guilty by association, just because you eFed owners or call promoters are not doing it, and you're allowing this person to be in your Fed, and you're not taking full control and doing the right thing by kicking her out, you're basically, like I said, guilty by association, which means just because you're not doing it, you're still going to be charged because you're allowing this to be a part of your daily life.
Yeah, it's so much. Listen, my phone was going off, and I leave the chat room. She added me back in again on the chat room. I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm leaving.
That's what she do. She'll sit there. She'll invite you in 1 minute, then the next, pretty much pull you back in there as if, oh, why did you leave? This, that, and the third. Like, she don't want nobody leaving the chat. But when we catch on to what you're doing and leave, only way we can basically distance ourselves from you is block you. Come on now.
You can't block her. She will make another page with a different name. You never know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, and this is why it's so hard to pinpoint her actual account, like we just did. We tried searching up your account. Turns out your account is nowhere to be found.
She
So many
deactivated.
games, but you don't. But that picture just doesn't show up.
You deactivated your Facebook. That's what she
It's
did.
like you deactivate your Facebook because you want to stay low key under the J Way account. No, that ain't it. Once we get that real account, it's over.
What is up, folks?
So, in other words, Austin, thank you for coming in the moment of truth. We now are exposing Jade Wade, which her real name is Ann Bonnie on Facebook. And we're seeing now that she is now a pedo. She's 35 years old and now talking to 15-year-olds, changing her voice. That right there is sick to my stomach.
And it's funny
If I can get
if
this out,
we
real quick.
notice this, CJ, how when her audios didn't match up to what she really was.
And here's, Ryan actually has a good point here I want to share out on the moment of truth. She is completely toxic. Stay away from her, which is the truth. And also, she reports, watch out. Thank you, Ryan, for sharing the information to let everybody know.
I mean, I'm not
agenda.
gonna lie though, CJ, she has tried to report me, but guess what? I got her blocked. Same with Holly, blocked.
Stay as that right there, Austin. Like, keep them blocked, as well as anybody else that's associated with her, because that's all the ones that's trying to target.
Since
Sorry,
since
but
we got her-
I'm gonna say this. May the power of Christ compel her to stay the hell away from me.
In other words, I'm going to say this in the words of Ice Cube, one of my favorite rappers. And also, if you guys never watched the movie Friday After Next Friday series, he has a song in one of the Fridays that says, check yourself or you wreck yourself. And you definitely need to check yourself before you wreck yourself, because now you're in a predicament that you can't get yourself out of. Proof's in the pudding. I mean,
And
sorry.
you're caught. You're busted.
Sorry about your damn luck, in the words of James Storm. That's on you. Now we flip the page to the truth and we move on. And this is the last podcast I'm doing on you because you're not worth my time. You exposed yourself. You
Yes,
showed.
I'll catch y'all boys on the flip side. I got a call coming in.
You good, DJ?
But on the last note that I'm going to say here, before we close this podcast out for 20 minutes, is this: know your role. Quit making fake accounts about people and thinking that you're going to frame people and it's not going to catch up with you. And it pretty much did, right in your face. And the third most important thing is, don't ever let me find out that you took another picture on my profile just because you want to talk to a kid and try to blame it on me. That right there is a sicko. You need help. You need to go get you a therapist. You need to go get some help where you
need to be in the mental asylum.
You need to be locked up in an asylum. You're basically like a
Sorry,
joker.
but I'm not gonna hold my tongue. But
as far as that goes, this is the moment of truth. I want to thank everyone that, especially Sean, that gave me the opportunity for this screenshot. Want to thank him. Want to thank Austin. Want to thank DJ before we close. And we will see you guys on the next moment of truth. If I have to do a response to this dumb idiot. But we will see you guys on the flip side. And like we always say on the moment of truth, truth never dies.